Ford has a very rich history when it comes to cars, dating back as far as 1996. Since then, they've produced cars that have won the hearts of many and become favorites for many. One such car is the Ford Expedition. This has been one of the greatest SUVs, winning the hearts of adventure seekers and families. It's undergone several transformations, evolving with each generation. When the 2024 Ford Expedition was released, it already had everything one would ask for in an SUV. This is why, when the 2025 Ford Expedition was spotted with a lot of camouflage, it left many people talking. So, what's new with the 2025 Ford Expedition? Let's find out, shall we? Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll look at the 2025 Ford Expedition as we learn what's new with this spectacular SUV. But before we continue, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing updates on your favorite cars. And with that, let's look at the 2025 Ford Expedition. The 2022 Ford Expedition made its official debut as a refreshed version of the full-size SUV. And with that, it brought about a whole host of changes. Some of them include a few exterior styling updates, an optional 15.5-inch display, Sync 4, and the addition of two new variants, the Stealth Edition Performance Package and the off-road focused Timberline. However, there have been reports of more changes in the future as the Blue Oval works to keep the Ford Expedition currently in a hotly contested segment. Not so long ago, a 2025 Ford Expedition was spotted, and it seemed like it was just being tested. However, this time, rather than a complete redo of the car, there have been reports that instead of a full-blown redesign of the SUV, the 2025 Ford Expedition will just be a refresh from the 2022 model year. This is quite clear from the photos that were taken of the car, which show a prototype covered in some heavy camouflage. But examining the picture closely will reveal the familiar overall styling cues that match up quite nicely with the current generation of the Expedition. However, there are a few differences that can be noted. But before we find out more, let's go back a bit. The current Ford Expedition is a member of the fourth or fifth generation. It had undergone a significant overhaul in 2017 for the 2018 model year. In 2022, the 2023-2024 Expedition received a welcome makeover thanks to its svelte form and powerful capabilities. And given the current pattern that Ford is following, the automaker might continue to innovate and redesign the Expedition for the 2024 model year. There's no official confirmation about the 2025 Ford Expedition or whether it will get a freshly redesigned body. However, according to some sources, since Ford had made some adjustments to a revamped model for the 2022 Expedition, they might follow suit with the 2025 model. For those who didn't know, Ford is updating many of their cars, which is evident with the F-150 pickup truck. This truck recently received a revamp, and it is looking pretty great. Even though it's still possible for the 2025 Ford Expedition, there is speculation that only a few things will be changed. For starters, it's been said that the large SUV will now come with a square grille with two trim pieces going through it. In addition, there's the possibility of a new front clip and probably a new hood. But then again, these are always the common changes with new vehicle refreshes. As you move to the side of the car, you can see that the large SUV's middle portion is identical to the current model. But then again, this is no surprise at all. The rear seems to come with most of the upgrades and redesigning. Even with the camouflage, you can clearly see both a new liftgate and a taillight design. This rounds out some notable changes. Even more interesting is that Ford seems to have relocated the rear wiper out of sight, probably underneath the third brake light. This would give the 2025 Ford Expedition a cleaner look. Some sources claim that the rear end will look similar to a Range Rover. Unfortunately, these sources have not said which Range Rover the 2025 Ford Expedition will emulate at the back. However, they did say there would be many changes on the back. Suppose these sources claim to be talking about the namesake Range Rover, which recently underwent a massive redesign. In that case, they may be talking about the taillights and the connecting tissue between them. Based on what we've seen so far, it seems that the Expedition will gain more vertically oriented tail lamps. And beyond that, it seems as though the lighting will extend from those lamps horizontally into the liftgate. However, it's unclear if the lighting will connect on both sides. There's a very high likelihood that the 2025 Ford Expedition will emulate the 2024 Ford Explorer liftgate design. But to make it different, there might be a bit more emphasis on the Expedition badging and the surrounding area, just as seen on the Range Rover. It's also possible that the automaker may add a black painted area above the license plate. This is because there was a gap in the camouflaged car near the Expedition's driver's side tail lamp. It is easy to come up with theories about the changes to the exterior because you can see the car's frame even with the camo on. However, the interior is a lot harder for this. When the Expedition was redesigned, the interior layout and design were revised with an emphasis on technology. However, there is speculation that we might be seeing a new dashboard and instrument cluster in the 2025 Ford Expedition. The current model already has many luxury amenities and high-quality materials, all of which ensure passengers are comfortable. It's also roomy enough, so it's good to go. Because of this, we shouldn't really expect any major changes in the interior of the 2025 Expedition. It goes without saying that it will come with the same cutting-edge technology and safety features as seen in the 2023 and 2024 Ford Expedition. This ensures that drivers and passengers are connected and protected on their journeys, no matter how long they are. But even with that, we can expect to see some updates to the infotainment system software, or even a slight change in the graphics. If the 2025 Ford Expedition comes on the new and updated platform, there may be more room than its predecessor. And with this, you can also expect some updates to the instrument cluster and center console. Some of the features that are guaranteed to come with the 2025 Ford Expedition include a Sync 4 infotainment system, wireless smartphone integration, touchscreen display navigation, climate control, voice recognition, a wireless charging pad, USB ports and power outlets, and even remote start and control. So far, we've only seen a camouflage car and assume some of the design specs that will come with the new Expedition. But if there is something that we have no idea about, it's the powertrain. There are no details of the powertrain coming with the 2025 Ford Expedition. However, it is expected to use a hybrid powertrain since Ford is slowly joining the electrification trend. When we look at the Ford F-150, it comes with a 3.5-liter V6 dual-turbo engine and one electric motor, both of which are capable of producing 430 F and 570 M of torque. This simply means that you get about 380 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque from this truck. If the automaker used the same powertrain on the 2025 Ford Expedition, it would be a pretty powerful SUV. The 2025 Ford Expedition has not yet been officially announced, so details such as the release date are not yet known. However, if we were to look at some of the trends in Ford and other car releases, we can speculate that it will be released sometime between the last quarter of 2024 and the second quarter of 2025. But even with that, everyone is eagerly waiting to see what it really brings to the road. And given that the 2024 Ford Expedition was already amazing, we can only wait to see the 2025 model. This will be a true game changer, even with the minor changes we expect. What do you think of the 2025 Ford Expedition? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And before you go, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more amazing updates on your favorite cars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.